Prendo anche un Prime. Sono prontissimo. In forma smagliante. Ce l'hai un'altra testa? Non è un problema. Ah, ok, ci siamo. Ci siamo? Okay. So welcome to Eterno Ivica. Thank you for being here. We start with a demonstration also today, as usual. Today we are going to present our GRF system, that is the grid raised floor system. So a system for raised floor laid on a grid over our pedestal. We are doing 5 presentations per day. Now it's the time of English. We did also French, German, and Italian today. We have presented yesterday the VUDEX system, that is the one that you see here on the floor. And we have presented on Monday the pedestal system, so the standard installation of tiles over pedestals. We are here with our friend Sandra and Tony, that are installers that are working with us for years. We are also presenting the new service Eterno Ivica Academy, that is a service that we will provide to our most important partner in the world for technical assistance on site. So to retail, on the job site, during installation, during presentation, during shows. So we can start with the installation. So the one that Sandra has in his hand is the grid that we are presenting. We are installing it over our support named Prime. The Prime is a pedestal that we have presented 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, okay? And it's a pedestal with self-leveling heads, so it helps us to adjust the slope of the floor, a slope up to 5%, just thanks to the base. As you can see, they are putting one grid connected to the other. There is no need of any kind of other tool for let the grid match together, because the shape is a dovetail shape that match like a Lego, like a puzzle with all the other. So it's just to put it down, to fix together with the other, with no need of glue, no need of screw, no need of nothing. Another important advantage of what they are doing is that the leveling of the final floor is faster compared to the installation of pavers over the pedestal, because the weight of the grid is really low compared to a tile. So it takes really less, thanks to the key, to the regulating key, to adjust and to put the right height to the pedestal. The regulation can be done also after the installation of the grids, because in the connection of the different grids there is a hole, and the key can enter into the hole and go over the pedestal, on the head of the pedestal. This is the pedestal that we are using today. The pedestal is the Prime. The Prime has been invented by Eterno Ivica and marketed 2 years ago. The most important feature of this pedestal is that it was the very first in the world having a screw into a screw. What does it mean? That it is a telescopical pedestal, and it achieves with just 3 items a range of height from 3 centimeters up to 42. Which are the main advantages? For the installer, the main advantage is that he has not to take care of any kind of calculation on the job site, because he can use just 3 items for having the full project done. For our distributor, the most important thing is the advantages in stock, because they have to stock just 3 items with the head they need. The head is tilting, so once again, we are installing the system on a simulation of a bitumen membrane with a 3% slope. One detail more in the pedestal that we are presenting, that is something that is typical of all our pedestal, is that the base of our pedestal are smooth on the edge that touches the membrane. It means that even with the weight, it won't create trouble to the membrane, because it doesn't cut the membrane. Just while waiting that they finish the very first layer, just a couple of words about Eterno Ivica. Eterno Ivica has been into the market for 70 years. We started with the production of products for roof, for drainage, and for insulation, and now we are worldwide known for our system of pedestal. 6 different ranges of pedestal today available. Once again, we are using the Prime, that is our most technical product as a pedestal, but we have also other different ranges that give us the opportunity to solve any kind of needs in different kind of projects. The grid at the very beginning was thought as a safety option. We know that tiles 20 mil thick you can walk over this kind of tile and they should not crack, but sometimes they break, and it can happen that when you walk and they crack, the floor can collapse and can create trouble to people walking on there. So at the very beginning, the grid was meant to be a safety grid. But then talking with our partners all around the world and thinking a bit outside the box, we were able to find a different way of presentation. And this is why we are today presenting this not as an accessory. It's not just an accessory, but it is a full system completed by accessories that are dedicated to this system. So we are now putting the last grid of this demonstration. As you can see, in this case, there is also a pedestal in the middle of the grid. The grid is 50-50. So we need one pedestal per each corner. We can add also another one in the middle of the grid just to have a bit more stability. It's not mandatory, and the grid won't crack without that and won't break. But it is an option to have the system more stable and less flexible. Then, as long as we have finished to do the layer, you see that there are no joints over there. So now we are going to put the final finish, so we need to create the joints over the floor. The very first thing that we do is to close the perimeter. We have two options. There is a perimetral profile that goes from top to bottom of the raised floor, but you can also use, like what we are doing now, the razor made with the same tile that we're going to use over, with the help of two different accessories. There is the main accessory is that long profile that you see also in the screen that cover the height of the edge of the tile, and then it is completed by a clip that we put underneath the pedestal to create a C joint, a C connection in between the top of the floor and the bottom of the floor. As you can see, the finish is also elegant and nice in a silver color, and you also don't see the distance between the floor tile and the vertical tile. Now we are going to put some other accessories to complete the installation. You see also on the screen that they are putting on the floor the tile, and they are creating the joint between the tile with a product that we have called DLG. The DLG is a small rubber shim with tabs. The tabs give the opportunity to create the joint that is 4 millimeter, but at the same time, it gives stability and friction to the tile that is not touching directly the plastic, the polypropylene grid. On the border, we have also added our perimetral clip that give distances between the distance between the tile and the wall, in order that the tile don't crack if it touches the wall. The T profile that you see on the right side of the tile is for us an important element to divide the part that we are laying with the tiles and the part that we are going to lay with grass, with synthetic grass. On the side of the tile, it's not needed to screw the T element to the grid, because the weight of the tile is more than enough to make it stable. On the side where we are going to put the grass, it's important to screw the T element and the grass together, because the weight of the grass is not enough to make everything stable. This is the very first system in the world for outdoor raised floor that give all of you the opportunity to install different kind of finishes together with any kind of limits in terms of layout, because the layout of the tile is completely independent from the grid, because you do the joint after the installation of the grid. In this time, we are showing how to match two different rolls of grass. On one, we have an adhesive roll like this. The adhesive roll gives us the opportunity to match two different rolls of grass. So we put the very first roll of grass on one side, then we put the roll adhesive on the bottom, and the second roll. When we have taken the measurement, we reopen and remove the paper, and the roll become adhesive, so you have a grass that looks complete and not divided. They are doing the weight test. It means that even if with two people, there is no problem. Well, joking. This is our opinion. Okay, something new for us, but our opinion, the most complete system for raised floor today, and also one of the most easy for installation. You see how in 15 minutes we have just laid down something like 3 or 4 square meters, and with the demonstration timing. Otherwise, they can be also faster. So that's it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you for to our guys, to our installers. We're going to be here also tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have the presentation of, there is a special product tomorrow. We will have the presentation of the new Pedestal Reversus that has a head that is pattern, reversible head, one side for installation of tiles, and on the other side installation of aluminum joist and wood or tiles or whatever. So thank you again and see you tomorrow. Bravi ragazzi.